right, I'm Nick. Jack and I, we're out here. We're shooting some guns. We're finishing the workday. We came out here to shoot some guns, okay? We have a Shield Plus, right? Smith & Wesson Shield Plus, 3.1-inch barrel. We have a Glock 43X. I acquired that a while back in the trade, so it doesn't really have that many rounds through it. And then we have the Mossberg. This is the MC2C. Now, we made some videos about this a few weeks ago. We're getting close to 500 rounds through it. We haven't had any malfunctions. We've just been shooting it randomly, okay? Pretty nice gun, and this is actually Tyler's, and he purchased it used, okay? So we're out here, we're just killing some time, shooting some guns, and I've been a little burnt out, okay? So I've been thinking about this. There's really just not that many things on the market that truly interest me as a guy who likes to purchase guns and shoot them, okay? We made that video yesterday about the Smith & Wesson Bodyguard 2.0 compensated, or carry comp, or whatever it's going to be called. And then someone commented on that and said that SIG was releasing a 380 that was comped as well. And it's going to be called a SIG P365 Lux, maybe, something like that. But the price tag is like 800 plus bucks, which is crazy to me, okay? So, anyways, we're going to shoot some of these guns. Then I'm going to ramble a bit more about why I think the gun industry is really just not doing anything cool and why I'm getting burnt out on the guns that they produce. That's it. So let's go do some shooting, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about that some more. But I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on that. Do you think the gun industry has hit a wall, and now the only thought they have is add crazy serrations and take off more material off the slide, add a comp? I feel like that's all they do to everything they do. It's a little crazy, but also at the same time, I don't know what else they could really do, okay? So let's shoot the Glock 43X first, all right? If you're not familiar with the Glock 43X, this is the MOS version. This is everything from the factory. It comes with two 10-round magazines. The magazines are plastic, and people knock that sometimes, but it seems to work for Glock, all right? I guess I just can't hit that. I've always been a big fan of the Glock 43X. Made some videos about this in the past where I think I've owned like 3 of them, okay? And then I just like randomly get rid of it, and then I always find a way to acquire another one, okay? I don't know, I've always been a big fan of it, okay? Some people say you're limited to 10 rounds, all these things. I don't know. I think it's a fine shooting pistol, okay? Those targets over there, they're probably at like 8 yards. Those are somewhere between, I don't know, 17 and 20. So those are 8-inch targets, right? So with factory sights and the world's, tiniest little barrel, those are pretty good distances to shoot a Glock 43X accurately, okay? Shield Plus. Now, many of you may know if you've watched the channel much, I have carried this gun for a long time now. I will admit and say out loud that I've not been carrying it much because I've been carrying that Bodyguard 2.0. It just fits my lifestyle better. We don't live in a dangerous place, okay? So it's nice to have something to protect yourself. At the same time, I don't need that much firepower. And I pretty much wear an outfit that looks like this every single day, so lightweight is where it's at because I'm already sweating and all we're doing is standing here. I like this gun. I do have a few things I don't like about it, but overall, I'm a big fan. We got one in the chamber, but these are 15-round mags. The X means this one's probably not going to lock back. This magazine has an issue, but I got a bunch of these, okay? This one just comes outside to shoot it. Okay, this has a better trigger than the 43X. I've said that a bunch of times in the past. All right, remember, every gun's a little bit different. I actually had to aim at the bottom of the plate to hit those far plates out there. Fantastic gun. If I had to really gripe about something, and this is mostly for people who aren't familiar with it, if you have the gun held correctly and your finger's here, you have no problem engaging the trigger. However, if you just grab the gun and you're up here, the blade safety is not depressed enough and it will hit the frame, and then it will make your trigger pull. Yeah, maybe you guys can see it's not. it just feels funny because the blade safety will actually hit the grip, and I'd like to think that you'd wear that out and it'd quit doing it, but this gun has a lot of rounds through it. We've never stopped doing it, okay? So a dumb thing, but if you have proper grip, proper finger on the trigger, you shouldn't have that problem, okay? Trigger's really good though. You can go really, really fast with the gun, and I'm a big fan. All right. One of the biggest things for me in this gun is you have 10, 13, and 15 round magazines. These are just magazines that I only come out and I shoot with them. The ones that I carry, they're loaded up and they don't come outside. They don't do these things, okay? Then last one, now the barrel is a little bit longer. The slide's a little bit longer on the Mossberg compared to the two other guns we just shot. And it's definitely getting hot sitting out there in that sun. But this gun has been nothing but reliable, okay? It actually comes with night sights. Unlike, I guess, that might have came with, now those are 3-dot white sights too. The Glock comes with the little, we'll say U notch, the white. So this comes with better sights in my mind. Trigger's really good. So, it comes with a 14, and it comes with that's a 14 round, and that's a 16 round magazine, okay? And now Jack was gonna come in close, but I ruined that. Oh, got a little sloppy there. Thought it would be pretty easy hitting them. Look, in my mind, this Mossberg, I think you could buy it for about $350. I think MSRP is substantially higher than that, and I think Tyler bought it for like $250. Had never been fired, came with a holster. Who knows? Just found it at a gun store. But man, it has good grip. It has good grip texture. It has a nice index point. It has a rail for those guys who want to add lights. It has an MOS adapter. Now I couldn't fit a red dot on there, but I didn't look much into it. Oh man, the dang thing came loose again. I tightened that thing down. Not a big deal. Something stupid, okay? But the night sights are really, really nice. I like it. It fits my hand well. I'm not allowed to hit that one. Falling apart, okay? It's actually a pretty far shot for this little pistol. I don't have the best eyesight in the world, and I'm not a professional, I'm a random dude, okay? So, look, here's my thoughts. You have a gun that has quality serrations, right? They face away from the user, so when you grab them, you can manipulate the gun very, very easy, okay? Whereas with the Shield Plus, you don't have those slide serrations, which is kind of silly. Now, I've had that gun for a few years. They still make this exact variation. You think that they would put the name, the logo somewhere else, because no one cares about that. They want the gun to be functional. I think they give you some more texture right here, okay? I don't think they really need to do anything else. 43X, we gotta stop being out here in the sun. This thing is hot. 43X, this is a great pistol. It's been around for a long time. The trigger is the only downfall, in my opinion. I don't mind it having 10 round mag. I think it's kind of nice. I think the 10 rounds is nice because then it's not as heavy, okay? If you start putting 15, 16 rounds in these guns, ammo weighs something, okay? So, I don't know. 3 fantastic guns. Never had a malfunction out of any of these 3 guns that are on this side-by-side right now. But, back to it. What else is there for the gun makers to even do, right? Like, right now, all they're doing is making slides longer, cutting ports in the guns and calling them comps. I don't really know what else there is for them to do, okay? So what is next? What are your thoughts? What's next? Glock went crazy and they made a different MOS mount so you can like put an acro on there from the factory, but other than that, you know, what's next? What else can these companies actually even do? They got to do something because they only make money by selling guns, okay? So let me know your thoughts. I look forward to reading them. Thanks for watching.